The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go! 50, plant.
Trying to collect.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Catch it.
Go.
Show Renee. Show Renee.
Watch twist. Now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Leo! Look at me. Zipper!
That's me.
Get it ready!
On 2nd and 9. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Check.
Mike, 55.
Hey.
55.
Buzz.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Hill on the return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. Now Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jets take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Yeah. Hey, dude. General West. Let's go. Get it.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Newton out of throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
36.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Gregory. 8.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
What's that? 20.
Check 3.
Bell. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Jets, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and...
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Ready.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Locke. And that'll be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
34, incomplete. It's now 3rd and 19.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Hey, team 6.
Mike, 55. Let's go. 55.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Walk the flag. 8. Under 10.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, at these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half. And some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. After the turnover, here's Locke. Caught here by Griffin. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mike. Hey.
Yo, 5.
Looking to throw again on second down. Block. And his throw here's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hey, Orbit.
Throwing his lock on third down. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Mike 57.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Great.
Let's go.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jordan Jenkins with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Going the other way.
Set. Mike 33.
Check Mike. Check 52.
8.
On first down, Bell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here we go. 180. 20. Gun. Wide. Big fast.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Block going to try and throw on third down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout.
To throw again on second down. Newton, he's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defense?
He's got him in, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camp. Do you remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room? This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 81 yards. yards. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen. Hey, Echo. Go.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, D, get off the field.
On 1st down, Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch the slant.
Motion.
And to give this time to the tailback. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, tighten down.
80 weapon.
Sponge. No.
Now.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll line up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Like 22.
From the gun, here's Newton. Caught here by Bell. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Well, that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Protein spill.
You got nothing.
Check, check.
Lucky.
No!
Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey! High 7!
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Rock now, just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Alpha!
Double dog. That's the way.
Get it!
Lock now on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And an alley to run. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
14-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check the backer. Kill.
They'll go again with Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go.
They'll run it with Bell. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 10. Lock. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check.
Hey, Charlie. General West.
They'll run it now. Out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They got 5 through the air last play. Now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. So from the 36 now. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. This one caught by Crowder. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself with play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to matter.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Ready? 8, read.
1st down.
He can't have it.
1st and 10 at the
1st 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Clock now on 1st down. That's complete to Slayton. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Letting one go deep. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Gonzalez now to have the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, the spin. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that football.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there. A run by Bell on 1st down, going to go nowhere as he stepped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton stepped, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
57 to Mike.
Express.
To Mike. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. 57. 57.
Look at him.
A shotgun snap for Newton. That's complete. It's Bell. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Newton. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Locke. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Pilot, 64, win.
Back to throw. Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. In this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Go, go. You're out, dude.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Watch the twist. Keep dribbling.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Locke to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Hey, Haywood!
They'll try to run it here. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Jets, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attacking like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'ma beat some animal. Keep the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous.